I'm Efren B. Montales, together with my fellow reporter Linus Richard E. Fernandez and Ryan R. Garcia, Environmental Impact Assessment, which is tackle purpose of EIA system in the Philippines, EIA process, step in of EIA process, scoping, assessment and evaluation, reporting environmental impact assessment, review of the environmental impact assessment, decision making, monitoring, which is explained in the last report. Now let's tackle about externalities of EIA, which is a side effect of economic activities that affects people who are not directly involved in the transaction. They can be positive or beneficial or negative or harmful. Positive externalities. New job generated, economic growth is stimulated, growth in local businesses, enterprises supported, development of supporting and complementary industries, influx of capital, and disposal income, which is creating a jobs to all the people and help the local businesses and support their complementary industry and help them to all the capitals they needed. That is positive externalities. Next is negative externalities in social impacts. Impacts of health and local population, increase in crimes, deviant behavior, additional pressure on the existing physical infrastructure, which is sewage and water supply, decline the community cohesion, and change the cultural values. The negative externalities and social impacts is it can cause unhealth problems in crime, increasing crime like corruption in some local businesses and damaging the water supply or the sewage and can destroy some local or cultural tradition of all the people living in the same community or city. Negative externalities are not only in social impacts, also in the environmental impacts, like depletion of natural resources, destruction of habitats, and change in pH oxygen level of toxicity of water, increasity of toxicity in air, and global warming, which is destroying the natural resources of the mother nature or destruction of habitats of all living creature and can cause an water pollution and air pollution and can change weather condition. Who conducts EIA? Is typically conducted by quality environmental consultants or specialist teams within the government agencies. Environmental consultants. These independent professional firms expertise in environmental science, engineering, impact assessment. They are hired by project companies, developers, and conduct AIA, which is they are the one to consult if the project is safe to build in that area. Next is government agency. In many countries, government agencies responsible of environmental protection of Ministry of Environment may have their own terms to conduct AIA certain projects of those with a significant public interest, potential environmental impact. There are agencies to check the projects if the project can damages the environmental areas or the habitats of all the creatures living in that area. Government agency not only help the projects, also can help the cost of the project in that area. Then they do have the decision to stop the project. AI teams don't have the direct power to stop the project. They are findings the recommendation to carry significant weight in the decision making process. They are not have the power to stop the project, but they have the power to have to decide in this, making decisions in the project. Here how it works. Influence on decision makers. The AI report crucial to input decision makers, typically government agency and regulatory bodies who ultimately decide whether or not to approve the project. They have the power to approve or disapprove the project if they can find issues on the project that cannot be approved. Then highlight risk and mitigation. The AI identifies potential environmental risks and propose the ways of mitigate them. If they risk deemed too significant or unimaginable, the decision makers might reject the project required to the substantial change or address the concern raised in EIA. And public pressure, a strong AIA process highlights the significant environmental impacts also generates a public pressure decision makers to reject or modify the project. Public participation of AIA process is vital. The voicing concerns and influence the outcome. They not only have the power to influence the decision making in AIA, also have the public pressure influence all the people surrounding in that project and or in that area. Thank you. That's all about our report.